do love Elden Ring, but it's not like I love fighting the bosses. That's not the bit that I love. What I love is being in that world. What I love is the atmosphere. What I love is the music, the sound effects, the design, the graphics, the just being transported there, the weather, the freaking everything else, the adventure. Yo, yo, yo. All right, let's do a stream of consciousness video. Try not to keep it too long. Actually, do you know what? I've got a timer on here. There you go, start. So what's been going on? I've been playing some Street Fighter 6. Gold now. Today I was extraordinary, weirdly. And this is, I don't know how you guys feel, but when I play Street Fighter, it is usually a very good indicator of how well my brain is operating and also mental health. And today I was just cruising. I guess I must have figured something out. I don't know what I figured out about Street Fighter 6, but I cruised through silver and then made it into gold, and I had long streaks where I was not losing a single match, but I didn't lose a single best out of 3 the whole time I was playing. Yeah, it was wild until I got into gold, and then I did lose a best out of 3, and then I just thought, you know what, maybe give it a rest now. Been looking for a game to play, so I've actually ended up going back to Elden Ring, because just like there's nothing that beats that game. It's just so beautiful. But on Street Fighter, some of the things I've noticed, which I'm sure all of you noticed a long time ago, is that the modern players. Listen, I shouldn't be against modern players or anything like that, because modern players, I'm sure, are lining the pockets of everybody right now. Because it looks like from the outside looking in that there are like competitions that are modern only. There are high profile streamers who are using modern only and all that stuff. But it is interesting, their behavior, at least what I've seen, is a lot of modern players don't really seem to want to do a best out of 3 if they lose their first game. There's still classic players who do that as well, but it seems to be more like the modern players. But it's really interesting because you figure out the modern player, like what's the modern player's gimmick, right? Because the modern player always seems to have a gimmick. I don't really know how the modern controls work, but I think that some of the more difficult moves are maybe like one button. Like I'm not sure if anti-airs are one button. I'm not sure. I don't know, but there's like stuff. And ultimately, it's interesting having modern players because it makes you think they've probably got a gimmick, right? And I'm going to figure out what that is. And once I've figured out what that is, then they're toast. And that's sort of been the way it's been. And also I found what's interesting is when you hit, what do they call it, burnout? It just goes back to fundamentals, really. And I'm not brilliant at fundamentals at all. Like, I'm not good at footsies or whiff punishing or any of that crap, but I am pretty good at like understanding that the other guy has an invincible DP or whatever, right? And I can put pressure on them and bait them into doing it. Anyway, so I've been enjoying Street Fighter 6, to be honest. It has been fun to play, and there's been some hype moments, and I've realized that I've missed that element of like feeling that intense feeling of competition, and I think that's quite good for me. I quite like it. I mean, it's not intense. I'm sitting here at home, but you have your hype moments and you have your other moments where you think, well, that's bullshit. And I also got somebody to rage quit, so that's always like, that's peak. That is when you get someone rage quitting, that's peak. I love that stuff. I think I did a wake up. I'm so trash sometimes. I think I did a wake up Raging Demon. Or maybe I just like literally jumped over them and then input a Raging Demon. you know, classic, just cheesy bullshit. But yeah, rage quit, loved it, fantastic. But I've been playing some Elden Ring as well. But the news about me, so I got a couple of comments sort of saying what's going on, accountability check-in, all that stuff. And SoC, who kindly sent me another donation, made me realize that I haven't made a video for about a month, because, well, the last donation was a month before that. So yeah, I turn on the camera and let you know. So what's been going on? Well, I've got a job down the road, nothing special, retail, but it's, you know, brought a little bit of order to my life. It's brought a little bit more socializing, well, not just a little bit more, like 100% more socializing, interacting. You know, this weather's been pretty good, been getting sunshine. I've been going for long walks, something that I didn't care for in my life ever before was walking, but walking is fantastic for you. I even have been, you know, going off and sprinting and kind of killing my is it the glutes? I always forget which muscle it is, but you know, killing those muscles that ultimately release, I don't know, hormones or whatever the hell it is they release to make you feel better, not just in the moment, but going forwards. So in terms of where I am, when I first turned this camera on, like, it's night and day, you know, it's night and day. Will forever be thankful for the reaction I got from the FGC when I first turned the camera on, for the kindness in terms of the donations, for the sticking with me through these videos where I have no idea what I'm doing, because I don't really have at the moment, I still don't have like a thing, you know, like this is the channel all about midlife, or this is the channel all about Street Fighter, or this is the channel all about reacting to videos or whatever, right? I don't have a thing. I just have a me, if that makes sense. So yeah, as far as check-ins go, I just want you to know it's good, I'm good, things are good, they're heading in the right direction. It's not like I went from day one to suddenly winning the lottery, but it is a slow progress in terms of physical, mental well-being, life, friends, family, etc. I feel better about it, and my emotional resilience, as it were, is stronger, and, you know, it feels like stuff is hopefully heading in the right direction, you know, which will allow me to stand up on my own 2 feet, and most of all be reliable to other people around me, which is something I want to do and crave for. And something I'm looking forward to next year is a fishing trip to France, where I'll be carp fishing with one of my friends, well, a group of people, but like one friend in particular. That's something that, you know, I've always loved fishing. I just never really talk about it, particularly when I was in America, because carp fishing, it's a completely different thing in America and in the UK. So yeah, that's what's going on at the moment. I got back into Elden Ring, even though probably should have waited a bit longer, but I am quite keen to play the DLC again. But as for the bosses, like, I'm not really, you know, I've played Dark Souls, I've played Sekiro. I know how painful it is to fight those bosses. Like in Elden Ring, I'm quite happy to just power myself up, become a god, and just wander around stabbing people. And in particular, doing the old, what do you call that? I forget what it's called. But it's in Dark Souls as well, and Sekiro as well, I think, where you just do the lunge, where you stab them in the back. Or, like, you know, when you sort of like make them dizzy or whatever, and you stab them. There's nothing, it's like, to me, it feels like what it feels like to do a Dragon Punch in 1992 or 1994. It just gave you that instant dopamine hit. Anyway, so that's where I'm at the moment, guys. If you want to say hi, please say hi in the comments. I'm going to call it, it's nearly 10 minutes right now. But if you've got any questions for me, if you want to know anything that's going on, or if you've got some advice for me in regards to what you think, what kind of channel you think I should be creating, I can do that. Because I do like making videos, but I want to be there doing something that makes sense, you know, for me. So we'll leave it at that. And I just want to say thank you, and I will see you in the next video.